When President Trump was in Council Bluffs last night, he talked about easing regulations on E15 fuel.
He wants the ethanol blend to be sold year-round. But what would that look like for the capital city? Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Joe Harris has more on that story for us tonight. Joe?
Rod and Megan, some say this would be a win-win for the state's economy and consumers. But even if E15 is approved, not everyone would be on board with it.
We're going with E15 year-round, okay?
In Council Bluffs on Tuesday, President Trump said he wants to see the use of E15 gas year-round. Right now, it's only available from September through April.
Ideally, we would like to see the change by the summer driving season.
The Nebraska Ethanol Board says they're anxious to see it happen, but that it knows the EPA still has to make a final ruling on that. They say it would provide a more affordable fuel option year-round and be less harmful to the environment.
E15 has 5% more ethanol than most people are already using, and it burns cleaner because there's more ethanol in it, dilutes those toxic chemicals that are in gasoline.
They also say it'd be an economic boost to Nebraska.
It's also using a homegrown product produced by the 25 ethanol plants here in the state, using corn that's grown here in the state.
The next question is how many gas stations in Lincoln would like to sell E15? Norm's Car Care doesn't sell any ethanol blends, and manager Ian Ohm says they wouldn't want to sell any E15 because it's expensive to install the necessary tanks for it.
To change the pump configuration that we have here, depending on how a guy went about it, you could easily spend $50,000 to $100,000 to do that.
Ohm also says people would be paying less for it, but that their gas mileage would take a hit.
We found that ethanol and ethanol blended gasolines aren't as efficient in modern cars when it comes to fuel economy and things of that sort.
Most Lincoln gas stations already offer E10. It's unclear how many would actually add E15. The ones we reached out to didn't have an answer yet.
Now, Ohm wants to remind you to check your owner's manual to see what it suggests for fuel. He says older vehicles, especially those from the 80s, can be damaged by ethanol.
That's right. Joe Harris from the Newsroom tonight. Thank you, Joe.